Alright, let's look at Rode 22. So this is a very fast etude. A lot of notes, a lot of varying bowings, so it's easy to get your hands uncoordinated. So that's why you want to practice this a lot in rhythms, like I talked about in the last video. But let's look specifically at measures 8 and 9 for the grace notes. So these grace notes have slashes through them, which means they come before the beat, so they don't interfere with the rhythm. So you definitely want to practice it without the grace note so you can understand how the rhythm sounds and how it feels, like this. And then when you start adding the grace note back in, you want to do it like as an even rhythm, like a 30-second note. Like this, I'll play slowly. So you can kind of understand like where the grace note fits in. And then when you start speeding it up, it'll start to sound more like the normal turnaround. Alright, so one thing you want to think about with this grace note is so you don't get bogged down and like this turnaround can kind of trip you up. So you want to think about the upward motion in the finger you're playing the grace note with. Like this, watch my hand. See, I'm moving my third finger, which is playing the grace note. I'm moving it very fast, like after the note is played. So again, you want to focus on this upward motion after the note's played instead of thinking about pressing down too hard. And then one other thing, in measure 9, you have this F sharp, and then the grace note's an F natural. You need to make the difference between the F sharp and the F natural very clear, because your third finger on the F sharp, it kind of stays in that area if you're not thinking about it. Then when you play the grace note again, it's going to sound more like an F sharp. So you definitely need to consciously think about moving your finger in that short time period so there's a clear difference between the F sharp and the F natural. And that applies to any piece where there's a small difference between notes in a short time frame like that. It really needs to be a clear difference. So I hope that makes the grace notes easier. These turnarounds should be a little more manageable, and thanks for watching.